Turn me up. My. Oh, you gonna get it now.
Okay, welcome to another video. So, quickly gonna do a couple of little things. Got some parts. So, this is the replacement unit that I bought. Got everything that I need. Neil that I bought the parts from was gracious enough, he gave me this piece as well. I'll show you guys just now how that works. Then this is the headlight that I've got that's going onto the bike. I had to buy this other bracket because there was no mounting point on the actual light, so I just wanted to show you guys that I'm not putting that on now. And then my awesome wife bought me a exhaust for my birthday. So yeah, this is gonna look quite awesome sitting over there. And then I also managed to find this wire pipe to eliminate that entire box at the bottom there. So this is going to sit. Let's figure out which way it goes. Anyway, so that, I think it goes like that. Yeah, so it's like that on the bike. And then the exhaust just goes into there. So see, that's a little bit big. There's a little adapter that came with it. Hopefully that'll go into there. Anyway, so yeah, exhaust is not going on now. I'm gonna quickly put this on, get that all mocked up, and also want to plug in the clocks to see if everything comes on and everything works properly. So I'm not going to record that, I'll just show you guys when I'm done. I finally got the final piece of the puzzle, which is the accelerator cable, accelerator slide, whatever you want to call it, ordeal. So I chatted to Neil that I get all my parts from, and I think the one that he gave me might have been from I don't know if it's a different model, a newer model or what, but anyway, he said this is the last one he had in stock, and obviously just gave it to me. So very nice guy. Gave him the other one back, so that's at least, yeah, let's drop it and break it, so at least he can do something with that again. So I'm gonna quickly pop this on, get the cable installed, and then from there then I can at least bleed the brakes, put some more fluid into the new unit, and then carry on with the rest, because then literally I can ride the bike. So let me quickly get this on. Okay, so I finally found the other part that I needed. Neil came through again and gave me this piece. So it basically just covers the the whole cable mechanism, but everything works now perfectly, so that's awesome. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more brake fluid in, bleed that, because there's obviously nothing in at the moment. Then I can drive that. Figured out that the choke goes on this side, so that's not lubed up, that works. What I also need to do is take this whole thing off again and reroute it, because the clutch cable runs around this side, and I don't want it to get damaged here, so it should be running in between the two forks, just to give it, because it just unlock the steering. So like there, it starts pulling. I'm not happy with that, so I need to just take this entire unit off, feed it around the fork here, and then put it back up. Then the headlight bracket that I've got, I don't know, it's not working so lacquer. So I think what I might do is somehow try and utilize this bracket again. Somehow I need to bend it straight because it is a bit skew, but it might not be the end of the world, because I think what I'm going to do is the clocks, I've done a bit of a design, so once that's done I'll show you guys. But the clocks I'm kind of gonna mount here somehow. I don't know, I need to try and figure it out. Then the neutral light, that little cluster, what I'm thinking of, you get the bars, the pads that go over these bars here. So I'm thinking of just putting that on and then literally cutting like a slot out for that light pod, or whatever you want to call it, the little cluster, to fit in here. So that'll be on here. The clocks will be basically over here, and then somehow try and just make this thing look nicer. So I'm going to cut all these, maybe cut all these little brackets off somehow, and then mount the headlight on here. So I don't know, might give it a bit of a different look. I don't know, I might do that. I need to sort this out. Yeah, so that's up next. Okay, so it's been a bit of a time since I've done anything on the bike. So in the last couple of days I have put new grips on, I've played the brakes, so decent amount of brakes in the front. I've mounted this bracket. I still need to try and straighten it a bit more, but that's sorted. I have figured out the wiring for the headlight. So this was just a temporary thing, so now I need to go and solder them and put heat shrink over all of that. I've had to get indicators that I'm going to mount over there, because the headlight that I got doesn't have the indicator function on it. So once that's done, the headlight's going to get mounted onto here. Yeah, grips, so this feel quite lacquer. I've taken this off to clean a little bit here. I need to probably, I don't know if I'm going to silicone this just inside. There's some little bit of water leaking into here, so I need to try and sort that out. And yeah, I've just taken it on its first test drive just down the road, and it goes very well. I'm very happy with it. I've had to drain probably about 2 liters of oil out of it. There was way too much oil in the bike, but the previous owner did say to me that he just put 5 liters of oil in just while it was standing. So yeah, quite a bit of oil drained out, so that's now all sorted again. Now it's just the little nitty gritties. Tail light I need to mount. Yeah, this now happened while I was riding. It was catching on the tire there, so whoops. What's next? So now I need to start. So I'm gonna try and just mount the tail light for temporary. And yeah, that's all of these wires here. I don't actually know what this is for, to be honest. I need to go do some research and see what this plug is for. Can't find anywhere else where it can go. I've straightened this a little bit so it's not catching anymore, so at least I can use the back brakes. I need to get a bolt for the tank there, which is nothing. I mean, the tank's not going anywhere, so, but it's getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, like I said, I want to mount the indicators. I might just try and do something temporary for the headlight, just so that I could actually ride the bike. Not like as if the headlight's going to stop me, but yeah, I just need to try and get that sorted. Need to get a number plate, so within the next couple of days I'll be on the road with it. I'll put you guys on the GoPro probably in a little bit when I go for the next test ride. You guys can see how I was riding. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I mean, I didn't even do a kilometer, but it felt good, nice and torquey. Motor doesn't feel rough or anything, so we're getting there. Okay, I've come to drop the bike off at AHM. They specialize in pipes and like aluminium welding and stuff like that. So what they're gonna do, so my issue that I've got at the moment is this pipe here for the oil cooler, that pipe there for the oil cooler. What's happening is, I think because the previous owner relocated the oil cooler to here, we never got the piping done correctly. So I'm worried that the oil flow going through the oil cooler isn't good enough because of this kink there. You can see there, it's just leaking oil, because yesterday I took it off to try and cut it and see if I could get it to flow better, but that's not working. So what they're gonna do, see now, I was wondering, there was a noise every time I go over a bump, and I'm assuming that is catching on the oil cooler, so that's gonna cause a problem. Hope it's not gone through. Okay, so I need to move it a little bit forward. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna cut off this elbow there and give it a 90-degree up angle so that the pipe can just flow straight from there to there. So that side's getting a 45 going straight up to that pipe. This side, like I said, I think it's getting a 90. I'll just show it to him when it gets here. But it means that now I'm gonna have to move the oil cooler a little bit forward because it's sitting on the spring there, which is not good. So eventually it's gonna rub through here and we're gonna have shit. So I'll get him to move that back a little bit, or forward a little bit, but that also then means that I'm gonna have to put a kind of a space on the steering stop there on either side, because at the moment already it's hitting on the actual cooler. Let's see the side. Now, see there, it's catching on there. So that's something I'm gonna have to try and do. I'm gonna have to try and kind of space that out. So I mean, you don't need a serious amount of steering angle, I guess, not for the type of riding that I do. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to try and sort that out. Expecting this. You've got some oil leaks. I think what happened yesterday or day before yesterday, after they redid the oil cooler, you can see there, these now going nice up, other side as well, but look at that kink there, look at the kink there. So yeah, I don't understand, it's very strange. So I think what's happened is on the feed there of the oil, I think it's pushed out there because of this kink and that kink over that side. So there's no oil everywhere. Yeah, wonderful. Anyway, that's Monday's story. I just had to go and get the new tire fitted, so I went for the Matic, what is this, EO7 Plus. So it gives it quite a cool look to the bike. And I think once I've done the rear, it'll look even better. So, but anyway, I think that's it for today. I'm not going to ride anymore because we've got some oil leaks everywhere. It's all over the back tire. Luckily I stopped at the shop, and when I saw it, because I was kind of giving it a bit of horns, but obviously I didn't know that there was going to be oil on the back tire, so that would have been fun. Good job. Okay, so I think I'm going to call it for this episode. Quickly managed to put the other mirror on, so those look, I think they look pretty cool. Anyway, so that's on. I've had to go back to AHM because the hoses that they used initially was rubber, and that's why they kinked under the heat. So they basically got soft and then they got bent. So yeah, they put these braided ones on for me. So let's see how those hold up. Then also I quickly mounted a new hooter. I got a Hilla hooter. There was a hole in the frame there, so I just basically put a small bolt, you can't really see, put a bolt through it, put the crimp connectors on, mounted it there, so it's out of the way. Next up, we're going to go to Warren to get the exhaust done. Take that big hideous box off at the bottom, get it welded in place where it needs to be, spray it high heat black just so that it looks out of the way, and then the small exhaust canister that I got is going to go up there. Then I've got another idea of what I want to do with the cluster, but I think I'll show you guys that in the next episode. It's quite a cool versatile option, that when I got the tire put on at Guts and Gas, nobody even told me about this other option that I'll show with you guys in the next video. Also gonna try, and I need to put the passenger foot pegs on, but like I said, this side needs to be bent straight, so hopefully I'll get that done in the next episode as well. And then obviously I need to get a custom plate made or cut somehow to go over here, so that when the seat's in place it's strong enough to hold the passenger. When I take it off and I don't want to have the seat there, it looks kind of the part. But yeah, that's it for now. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.